Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, lift off to the moon. The astronauts now prepare for their slingshot.
The president addresses the nation, and we're going to meet the little rocket man shooting for the stars.
Historic return to the moon.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff.
Nearly 9 million pounds of thrust, launching the Artemis II crew into history. This morning, we're hearing from the astronauts as they orbit our planet.
We forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
The 4-person crew set to become the first humans to see the far side of the moon in more than 5 decades. Overnight, the tense moments and rocket detachment.
We have good separation.
Excitement on the ground, out of this world, celebrating the momentous milestone. This morning, what's next in the 10-day journey?
Godspeed, Artemis II!
Overnight, President Trump addresses the nation in prime time for the first time since launching the war with Iran.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
As he faces growing opposition at home, with gas prices averaging above $4 a gallon.
Kidnapped American journalist, video of Shelley Kittleson forced into a car in Baghdad as the search for her intensifies.
President Trump now the first sitting president to attend the Supreme Court's oral arguments over his attempt to end birthright citizenship, the reaction from in the court, and what the president said about the justices after.
Former Fleetwood Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham attacked, a woman tossing an unknown substance on him. Now, what we know about the alleged stalker. Testifying in his own defense, what the Hawaii doctor accused of trying to kill his wife says happened on their hike.
I felt like a shove, and I was almost pushed over the edge.
The next step for Tiger Woods after the golf great said he's stepping away, with the judge in his DUI case just decided.
Have you seen 12 tons of stolen Kit Kats? The new way Nestle is trying to get a break in the case.
And meet the moon mascot, Rise, the adorable Artemis II crew member, a zero-gravity indicator designed by 8-year-old space enthusiast Lucas. We spoke to the second grader shooting for the stars. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
We cannot wait to hear more from 8-year-old Lucas because, like many, he was so excited watching the historic launch, a sensational sight at Kennedy Space Center there in Florida. That was just something. Watching it live yesterday just takes your breath away.
The Artemis II and its 4 astronauts on board is orbiting the Earth right now before setting a course for the moon. The 4 astronauts will be closer to the moon than any human in more than 50 years, go deeper into space than any human ever. Gio Benitez was on the scene. He starts us off from the Kennedy Space Center. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. Yeah, it was electric. Really a picture-perfect launch from right here at the Kennedy Space Center. These astronauts are now making history, and this really is the next frontier. Overnight, a milestone for Artemis II, the Orion capsule successfully separating from the upper stage of the rocket.
We have good separation, good motion.
The astronauts manually piloting in the same way they would if they were docking with another spacecraft.
Myself and Christina are in seats 1 and 2, getting ready for rendezvous and proxops demonstration. Victor's just finishing up getting out of suits and getting suit drying going, and Jeremy is hard at work in cabin configuration.
The crew checking in as they orbit the Earth, taking it all in.
It's an amazing ride uphill. The views, we've got 2 moon rises that we've had so far, and the views of planet Earth, we've circled it completely, and we forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
Artemis II blasting off Wednesday.
Humanity's next great voyage begins.
For that historic return to the moon.
So after a brief 54-year intermission, NASA is back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon.
Though these astronauts won't be landing on the moon this time.
Godspeed, Artemis II!
The launch and rocket detachment going smoothly, but one tense moment when Master Control temporarily lost communications with Artemis. Comms recovered 51 minutes later. The first crewed mission to the moon in more than half a century is being led by Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen. The 322-foot rocket, taller than the Statue of Liberty, helping to launch the crew farther from Earth than any humans have gone before. Excitement on the ground, out of this world. Thousands of eager spectators gathering to witness the momentous feat throughout Florida.
Here we are, going back,
Yeah.
after all these years.
And beyond, from California to Pennsylvania.
We are going to celebrate a new milestone for everybody, not only for USA, for the whole planet, for the whole humanity.
Galactic gatherings popping up everywhere to share in this momentous milestone for humanity. This video capturing the rocket speeding to space from a commercial aircraft sharing the sky. Now 12 hours into the 10-day, 685,000-mile journey.
This is a flight test, and a lot of what we're doing here is exactly this, trying to test out all of the things that require the crew interaction. We anticipate to have a lot of these. Well, that's what we're here for, work through them.
The mission is a critical step to land humans back on the moon and hopefully send future explorers to Mars. Okay, so the next major milestone is tonight, about 25 hours after launch. It's called the translunar injection. That's when the engine fires and they officially start heading to the moon, guys.
All right, we're going to get back to you in just a moment there, Gio. But Sam, tell us what's next for the crew.
All right, first of all, I love all the terms. Translunar injection, powered flyby, free return trajectory, practice all of them. All right, good morning, everybody. So the crew's preparing to perform the maneuver that will send Orion space capsule hurtling toward the moon. We're going to try to kind of show you what this is. This is the path that they're going to be taking to get there. So right now, the Orion spacecraft is high above Earth. They're really right above us right now. The crew will soon fire up that rocket engine and propel them out of Earth's orbit and toward the moon. It takes about 4 days to get from Earth to around the moon. Now, once they're in the moon's orbit, the spacecraft will loop around the moon, traveling about 4,100 miles beyond the moon, way out there, and that's setting the record for the farthest distance a crewed mission has ever ventured from the Earth. It'll be the first time in half a century that humans have laid eyes on the far side, or the dark side of the moon. They're going to document everything they see. Then Orion will slingshot, kind of head home, using Earth's gravity to pull the spaceship back to Earth, completing the figure 8 path, eventually splashing down off the coast of San Diego after 10 days in space. Now, guys, there is one really kind of tense moment. There's a 30 to 50-minute window during the mission when NASA will lose communication with the astronauts, because the moon is actually going to be between them and the Earth. Now, this is expected, but it is that time with silence where you can't reach them. And you're like, is everything okay? Is everybody okay? So everyone's going to be kind of like this, apprehension, watching the mission home. The mission is step 1 to returning to space and to the surface of the moon, which NASA is aiming for in 2028. After that, the plan is to build a permanent base station on the moon. But it all starts with this and why everybody's so energized about it.
Your high school science teacher is so happy right now. I mean, that was really,
she is. Right now, she's at home doing
she is. All right. Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much. You want to go back to Gio now. You were there, Gio. You were there. What was it like to witness liftoff in person?
You know what, Robin? You never feel more grounded than when you're here witnessing this with your feet on the ground, because the entire Earth truly shakes and you just feel that vibration coming up the body. It really is quite emotional when you do that. And when you're out here and you're looking at it and you're seeing this launch in person, I got to tell you, you always ask, well, how is that even possible? I'll tell you how it's possible, because that's what's possible when humanity comes together, guys.
Thank you, Gio. We're going to turn now to President Trump's first primetime address to the nation since launching the war against Iran. Detailing military progress, the president promised to finish the job soon, but offered no new details on how to end the conflict and threatened escalation. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce has the story. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. And yet this speech left more questions than answers. More than a month into this war, the president argued why he feels this fight is necessary. He touted his military successes even as Iran continued to strike while he was speaking. But the president offered no path forward to actually end this conflict. Overnight, addressing the nation for the first time since launching this war with Iran, President Trump claiming the U.S. is on track to end the conflict soon, but offering no vision or timeline for what comes next.
Our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield.
But 5 weeks into this war, the president's still not making clear what conditions have to be met for this conflict to end. He says the operation is nearing completion, but is also vowing to continue attacking Iran and threatening their energy infrastructure if they don't reach some kind of a deal.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
The president rehashing why he started this campaign, saying Iran couldn't have a nuclear weapon, despite claiming he obliterated their program in last year's strikes. And in an interview Wednesday, Trump said he's not concerned about removing Iran's remaining stockpile of enriched uranium, saying that's so far underground, I don't care about that. But that statement at odds with why the president says he went to war in the first place, to prevent Iran from being able to make a nuclear weapon. International inspectors estimate Iran has nearly 1,000 pounds of near bomb-grade enriched uranium deep underground at nuclear sites bombed by the U.S. last year. And as gas prices skyrocket over $4 a gallon, the president acknowledging the pain at the pump, but insisting it will be short-lived.
This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict.
Iran continues to choke off the Strait of Hormuz, but Trump says it's up to other countries to reopen the critical waterway.
The countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily.
And notably last night, the president did not repeat his earlier warning that he could pull the U.S. out of NATO. The president is furious with our NATO allies for not supporting the war effort, even though, guys, he did not give them any heads up.
All right, Mary, our thanks to you. Now to the Supreme Court. Arguments in a landmark case as the Trump administration tries to end birthright citizenship. And in a Supreme Court first, the president was in attendance. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the court with more for us. Good morning to you, Rachel.
Robin, good morning to you. Yes, President Trump made a historic appearance here at the Supreme Court, facing the very justices he has criticized as the high court appears skeptical on his push to ban birthright citizenship. President Trump, now the first sitting president to attend the Supreme Court's oral arguments, seen here in these sketches as he listened for 90 minutes. The president telling an Easter lunch afterward he's unhappy with the court.
The Supreme Court's not been acting very well, actually.
Reacting to what he heard inside.
We watched and actually nobody knew what the hell was going on. Simple subject.
And on Truth Social, the president saying, we are the only country in the world stupid enough to allow birthright citizenship. But the U.S. is one of over 30 countries that guarantees citizenship at birth. The president campaigned on banning birthright citizenship, and on his first day back in office, signed an executive order attempting to do so. For more than 150 years, the 14th Amendment has granted citizenship to children born in the U.S., regardless of their parents' legal status. The administration argues it has become exploited.
We're in a new world now, as Justice Alito pointed out to, where 8 billion people are one plane ride away from having a child who's a U.S. citizen.
Well, it's a new world. It's the same Constitution.
The justices appeared unconvinced as government lawyers argued the constitutional right poses a national security risk. Chief Justice John Roberts pointing out the Trump administration is relying on very quirky and narrow exceptions to justify their reasoning. And Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who the president appointed, asking how officials would determine which newborns should be deported.
You're not going to know at the time of birth for some people whether they have the intent to stay or not.
This executive order would only apply to future babies born in the U.S., but Justice Sonia Sotomayor warning the government's lawyers' reasoning could theoretically be used to take citizenship away.
The government could move to unnaturalize people who were born here of illegal residents.
So as lawyers for the ACLU left the high court yesterday, they told reporters they could not be more confident. It's unclear when the Supreme Court will hand down their decision, Robin.
And Rachel, we're learning the president is considering firing Attorney General Pam Bondi. What more can you tell us about that?
Yes, Robin, sources tell us that the president has raised the possibility of removing Pam Bondi as Attorney General in private conversations that he has had with senior administration officials. 2 other names have been floated for the position, the current EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, as well as the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. No firm decision has been made just yet. In fact, Pam Bondi was with the president as he visited the Supreme Court just yesterday. In a statement released by the White House, the president praises Bondi, calling her a wonderful person, saying that she's doing a good job. But sources tell us within the administration there have been concerns that she has not done enough to go after the president's perceived political opponents, Robin.
We'll see what happens there. All right, Rachel, thank you.
Okay, Robin, we're going to turn now to the search for the American journalist who was kidnapped in Iraq. U.S. officials say they warned Shelley Kittleson that she was a target. Matt Rivers has the story. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, George. The search for Shelley Kittleson intensifying this morning as the veteran American journalist remains missing. As a source tells us, the FBI is now involved. We all saw that harrowing video circulating online showing several people forcing Kittleson into a car in Baghdad. She's seen struggling against them before she is forced inside. That car then driving away. Iraqi authorities have said an Iran-backed militia group is responsible for the kidnapping, but that group has yet to publicly claim responsibility. Iraqi officials say they did arrest one militia member involved in the plot, but the journalist remains missing. Kittleson is a veteran journalist, having covered the region for years, no stranger to the perils that are sometimes involved in that. And today, the U.S. Embassy in Iraq warning that all Americans need to leave immediately, saying militia, quote, may intend to conduct attacks in central Baghdad in the next 24 to 48 hours to target U.S. citizens, businesses, universities, diplomatic facilities, hotels, and airports. Guys?
Hope she is returned safely soon there, Matt. Thank you. We're back now with Sam, and back-to-back storms for the Midwest. Sam, some tornadoes possible today and tomorrow?
Yeah, Robin, and these storms fired up yesterday, so we're going to show you some video of the storms that were going yesterday. Not as bad as they could have been, but there were 78 severe storm reports. Oklahoma had some tennis ball size hail in these, and so good morning, Lawton, Oklahoma. We had some pictures for you in that area. Look at this zone, guys, because this is a wild this time of year picture. Ice storm to severe weather and possible tornadoes. Just that close. This is classic overriding of warm moisture into cold air. So we'll talk about the ice storm, but let's deal with the severe weather first. There's likely to be a zone here, and that's Peoria, Davenport, Cedar Rapids, all the way to Chicago, where those storms can fire up not only the heavy rain and the lightning and the thunder, but some isolated tornadoes. So Davenport, Quad Cities, it's likely here for you. A lot of this is just west of Chicagoland. I want you to picture this. Chicago woke up this morning with 39 degrees and a cold rain. They're going to go to 70 degrees today and severe weather around the area. It's a big difference in one day. And so if ahead of this line we get an open spot where some sunshine develops, then we will get those tornadoes kind of spiraling in these tough, really strong storms. Now, just look at this, how crazy this is. This could be accumulating ice, anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of ice. That's sincerely dangerous in this area. And in the snowfall totals, where are you, Marquette? Marquette, are you okay? 88 inches of snow above normal for Marquette this season, and it's still snowing now. That is kind of crazy. Now, for other places just back off to the west that didn't see as much snow, this snow will probably take them to normal.
Okay, thank you, Sam. We're going to turn now to the mystery of missing Kit Kats. 12 tons of stolen chocolate. The maker of Kit Kats has now launched a tracker to try to find the missing candy. Will Reeves got the story.
I am. I'm on the candy beat 2 days in a row, guys. And this, surprisingly, not an April Fool's joke. At least that's what we're told. We'll get to that in a second. Feels like the premise of a heist movie written by a 4th grader or Willy Wonka. Thieves stealing 12 tons of Kit Kat bars. A truck loaded with more than 400,000 Kit Kats was swiped while traveling from a factory in Italy to Poland. Nestle distributes Kit Kats in Europe. They've launched a stolen Kit Kat tracker to hunt down the candy bars. They're asking people for help by entering the 8-digit batch code on the back of their Kit Kat to see if they're holding contraband, I suppose, if it's part of the stolen batch. The company has posted on social media saying, quote, this is not a stunt or an April Fool's joke. They say cargo theft is a growing issue for companies, but that people shouldn't worry. There are no concerns for consumer safety. Supply is not affected. Your thoughts at the table here?
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that's a lot, because you think it's going to be a April Fool's joke.
It can't be an April Fool's joke.
It's not an April Fool's joke, and apparently it's not a stunt either, which means they have great crisis PR to turn this into a thing where you log on.
Aren't they special Kit Kat bars, like shaped like an F1 car? That's what I heard.
That is what I heard as well, and maybe, see, now I don't know. Now you got me all.
No, I mean.
So just look for the house with all the wrappers outside.
Exactly, right. I can't decide, but there are 12 tons of Kit Kats missing, and that's the candy beat for today.
Yeah, that's a lot of Kit Kats.
There you go. That is a lot of Kit Kats.
Coming up, big day on the trial of the Hawaii doctor accused of trying to kill his wife. He took the stand in his own defense. We're going to tell you what he says happened on the hike.
Also ahead, the FDA approving a new weight loss pill, a potential game changer for so many. Dr. Tara Narula, you see her there. She's here with those details.
And you're going to give us an update on Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he won't be at the Masters, and he might not even be in the country. How a judge's decision impacts Tiger's future. That and more headlines new at 7:30.
I just got an update from Allie. Fig ate half a pizza in the park.
Oh, no!
Oh. We'll be right back.
Someone else's pizza?
Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great.
Roger, roll pitch.
Back here on GMA, boy, just watching liftoff again. Artemis II. We'll be tracking the entire 10-day mission. Gio, as you know, very excited to keep us posted.
Yeah, he is in his happy place right now. Will's got the headlines.
Yeah, back here on Earth, we do have a lot to get to at 7:30. We begin with a possible breakthrough in the partial government shutdown. House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune now saying Republican-controlled Congress will fund the Department of Homeland Security as early as today. Republicans say they will attempt to fund ICE and Border Patrol later in the year. And this here is shocking. Over 24 pipe bombs were found in an apartment just outside New York City. A 65-year-old has been arrested and faces charges of using a weapon of mass destruction after neighbors reported hearing multiple explosions. You see the presence there. And Tiger Woods can leave the U.S. for rehab. A judge granting Woods permission to travel out of the country to enter an inpatient treatment program while his DUI case is pending. Woods has pleaded not guilty after he rolled his car over in Florida last week. And the NFL Draft is 3 weeks from tonight. Heisman Trophy winner and national champion and 99.9% lock as the first overall pick by the Raiders' Fernando Mendoza, showing off at Indiana's Pro Day. Scouts and GMs from all 32 teams were there to see Mendoza, even though 31 teams don't need to bother. But Mendoza was helping out his receivers and teammates with their draft stock. And the draft is, I can't believe, 3 weeks from today. I'll be there, Pittsburgh.
Getting close. Thank you, Will. Yeah. Now to the Hawaii doctor on trial for trying to murder his wife. Gerhard Koenig took the stand yesterday in his own defense. Trevor Ault is tracking the case. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. And there has been so much intense testimony in this case. Dr. Gerhard Koenig's wife has described in great detail how she says he attacked him. His son says his dad called him and confessed. But now on the stand himself, the doctor is telling a very different story.
You do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
This morning, the Hawaii doctor testifying in his own defense, accused of trying to kill his wife, Ariel, on a birthday hike, breaking down on the stand, saying he only acted in self-defense.
How fast was this all happening? Pretty fast?
Really fast.
Prosecutors say there he tried pushing her off a cliff, then tried injecting her with a syringe, and then repeatedly bashed her head with a jagged rock. But he says she attacked him first when he confronted her about an affair.
I just remember kind of staying at the edge there and looking over the edge. I felt like a shove, and I was almost pushed over the edge.
He claims she hit him with the rock, and then he hit her with it twice to free himself. When two hikers saw them, she shouted he was trying to kill her.
Did you ever plan on hurting her that day?
No.
Did you ever want to hurt her that day?
No.
Okay. You reacted to defend yourself in the heat of that moment. You said yes?
Yes.
Okay. But did you still feel bad about it?
Yes.
And he says in that state he felt suicidal and called his son Emil to say goodbye.
He saved my life that day. But I put him in this position where he is now, where he thinks I tried to kill her.
Earlier this week, Emil claimed on that call his father confessed
that he would not be making it back to Maui and to take good care of the younger kids, and that Ari, my stepmom, had been cheating on him, and that he tried to kill her.
Dr. Koenig claims his son must have misunderstood him.
I was like talking to him about like saying goodbye and she had an affair and those things, but then I was also kind of like talking to myself and I think I was saying to myself, like, she said I tried to kill her. She said I tried to kill her.
Now, when court resumes later today, Dr. Koenig faces cross-examination from the prosecution, and then after that, it is possible today the trial could move to closing arguments. Guys.
All right, Trevor, our thanks to you. Now with the GMA Health Alert about a new weight loss pill just approved by the FDA. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here to tell us all about it. So do tell us all about it.
Well, this is such good news for so many people. You know, the first pill came on the market, the Wegovy pill. That was back in January. That was from Novo Nordisk, and they've had about 600,000 prescriptions of those already put out. And this is the second pill we're now seeing. Now, the Wegovy pill, the one I just mentioned, has to be taken in the morning without food about 30 minutes before you eat. This new pill by Eli Lilly is also a once-a-day pill, but can be taken any time of the day, and it has no food or water restrictions. This pill comes in 6 different doses, and they say with research studies they have shown about a 25-pound weight loss on average over 72 weeks, and a 27-pound weight loss on the highest dose at 72 weeks. Now, this drug is not Zepbound. Now, Eli Lilly makes Zepbound. This is a little bit different. It's a different chemical, different compound that actually just targets the GLP hormone. We know that Zepbound is both GLP and GIP, so it's a little bit different, but a really big step forward. The side effect profile is similar to the injections. We're talking about nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, and when you look at, the company has also said that they've seen reductions in cardiovascular markers, so things like blood pressure and cholesterol. It's important to note there is no head-to-head trial yet of the Wegovy pill and this new pill, Foundayo. There's also no head-to-head trial really between the pill and the injectables, although the company says when they've looked at people who have switched from the injectables to their pill Foundayo, they have been able to maintain weight loss. So, really
so
great.
when's it going to be available? How much will it cost?
So Eli Lilly, through their Lilly Direct program, says that as of April 6th, patients can begin to get this drug.
April 6th? This
April 6th. And the lowest dosage will be about $149 per month through Lilly Direct. With insurance, it will be about $25 per month. And through Medicare, for most eligible people as of this summer, about $50 per month.
That's a real game changer right there.
It is. I mean, when you look at these drugs starting at over $2,000 now to get down to this amount, for a lot of people who can't afford the injections, this is going to be really helpful.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about this. Where's the future of GLP-1s, and why is the pill such a game changer?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people who really don't want to take an injection. They don't want to worry about having to keep the drug refrigerated. They don't want to worry about remembering, okay, it's this week and I have to take it the following week. So it's just easier to fit into your life when you have a pill. We're more familiar with it. Obviously, the cost is helpful. And then when you think about normalizing obesity and the treatment of it, people are used to taking a pill for hypertension or for high cholesterol. So here's another way that it just normalizes it to take a pill for a condition that we know is a chronic disease. The future of this, they're looking to study this drug for things like type 2 diabetes, for stress urinary incontinence, knee osteoarthritis, peripheral arterial disease, and this same company, Eli Lilly, is also investigating an injectable drug that targets 3 hormones that they say leads to about a 30% weight loss, which would be really helpful for individuals with severe obesity. So the floodgates are open. We're just going to continue to see more and more.
It really seems like they find a new benefit every week.
Lots and lots of benefits.
And your patients have benefited.
Life-changing, a woman told me yesterday. Life-changing for her. And she's not the only one that says that.
I'm glad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sam is back with our play of the day and the Rocket Man.
It's worth using the song for anything. But George, we wanted to stick with the space theme and find an inspirational story, and I think we did it. Get ready to meet the second grader that shot for the stars and succeeded. 8-year-old Lucas Yee had a challenge, and he knew how to rise to the occasion.
This is representing the Orion spacecraft.
Out of more than 2,600 entries worldwide, Lucas Yee won the competition to create the zero-gravity indicator used on Artemis II.
The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
So, meet Rise, used to visually confirm our astronauts have reached weightlessness.
I feel very lucky. A little idea can, turn out into a big thing.
The plush toy took Lucas about a month to create. Rise was inspired by that iconic Earthrise photograph from Apollo 8 in 1968.
The cap is representing Earth and Earthrise. The visor is representing the 2 past and future moon missions.
Lucas has been a lover of all things space since he was about 3 years old.
Space is a big thing. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of things that's being waited to be discovered.
NASA inviting Lucas and his family to watch the historic launch.
I looked at it using binoculars, and it looked really cool. Yay!
And as for what's next for the 8-year-old?
I want to watch Artemis II.
Look, at that age, I was trying to figure out what shoe goes on what foot. Lucas also telling GMA he's eager to follow Artemis II mission. He's super excited not only for the 4 astronauts, but guys, for the world too.
That was great.
Yeah, but what was great, the watch parties, you saw so many little kids, and they're just fascinated by what they were seeing.
And I think because you can see it, the cameras are so much better now. You know, you can see it in high def. You see everything happening.
Yeah, that's great. All right, Sam, thank you. We're into spring cleaning. I don't know if you are at home, but we have great ways to tidy up your home, from the blinds to the refrigerator and more. Down, Sam. Okay, down, boy. Down.
So clean.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Historic return to the moon.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff.
This morning, we're hearing from the astronauts as they orbit our planet.
We forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
The Artemis II crew set to become the first humans to see the far side of the moon in more than 5 decades. This morning, what's next in their 10-day journey?
Megan Thee Stallion's health scare. The singer taken to the hospital while performing on Broadway, her diagnosis, and why she's calling the incident a wake-up call.
And we're bringing a taste of Hawaii to your morning with Top Chef fan favorite Sheldon Simeon, as we say, Good Morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America.
You hear the music playing. We're dancing into this Thursday, bringing a taste of Maui, yes, to your morning. We cannot wait to see what that man, Chef Sheldon Simeon, has cooking for us this morning.
Very soothing, Dan.
Yes, very soothing.
Also, we're getting ready to reset your home for spring. Social media sensation CEO of Go Clean Co. Sarah McAllister is here with helpful hacks for the whole house, including your tip for making your kids' toys look brand new again.
Yeah, she's feeling the groove as well this morning. But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with that sensational sight at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Artemis II, with its 4 astronauts on board, orbiting the Earth right now before setting a course for the moon, and they will go deeper into space than any human ever has. Gio has, he's still here with us. He was there for all the excitement as well. Good morning again, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. It really was breathtaking. The sheer power of that rocket, just incredible. And what these astronauts are doing right now on this mission, well, it's critical to the future of space exploration.
Overnight, a milestone for Artemis II, the Orion capsule successfully separating from the upper stage of the rocket.
We have good separation, good motion.
The astronauts manually piloting in the same way they would if they were docking with another spacecraft.
Victor's just finishing up getting out of suits and getting suit drying going, and Jeremy is hard at work in cabin configuration.
The crew checking in as they orbit the Earth, taking it all in.
It's an amazing ride uphill. The views, we've got 2 moon rises that we've had so far, and the views of planet Earth, we've circled it completely, and we forgot how beautiful it is to look down on Earth.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
Artemis II blasting off Wednesday.
Humanity's next great voyage begins.
For that historic return to the moon.
Godspeed, Artemis II!
The launch and rocket detachment going smoothly, but one tense moment when Master Control temporarily lost communications with Artemis. Comms recovered 51 minutes later. The first crewed mission to the moon in more than half a century is being led by Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen. The 322-foot rocket, taller than the Statue of Liberty, helping to launch the crew farther from Earth than any humans have gone before. Excitement on the ground, out of this world. Thousands of eager spectators gathering to witness the momentous feat throughout Florida.
Here we are going back,
yeah.
After all these years.
And beyond. This video capturing the rocket speeding to space from a commercial aircraft sharing the sky. The mission is a critical step to land humans back on the moon and hopefully send future explorers to Mars.
All right, so we can tell you here this morning that the crew just woke up moments ago, so that's good news. So far, this is a very successful mission, and they're going to be heading officially to the moon tonight. Robin?
Everything seems to be going smoothly, but there was an issue with something very important to the crew after liftoff, Gio?
Yeah, Robin, the toilet. It turns out that this was a 3D printed toilet. It's actually the closest NASA has come to a real toilet there in space. It was a little jammed up. They were able to fix it there in orbit. But you know what, guys? The toilets tend to have a lot of issues in space because, well, there's no gravity. So things tend to float.
Yeah, people are having breakfast right now, Gio, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, as always.
They buried the lead.
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
We're going to turn now to President Trump's first primetime address to the nation since launching the war against Iran. Detailing military progress, the president promised to finish the job soon, but offered no new details on how to end the conflict, threatened escalation. I want to go back to Chief White House Correspondent Mary Bruce. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning again, George. And this was the president's first address to the nation since starting this war over a month ago now, but he provided no new details. The president argued why this fight was necessary. He touted his military successes and said the operation is nearing completion, but he offered no clarity about what comes next, no plan for how this conflict will end. And he also threatened more escalation, vowing to continue attacking Iran if they don't reach some kind of a deal. It comes as the president yesterday said he's not concerned about removing Iran's remaining stockpile of enriched uranium, which is at odds with why he started this fight in the first place, to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, something he says they have achieved, though he's provided no concrete evidence of that. And the president, of course, well aware that gas prices are skyrocketing now above $4 a gallon, acknowledged the pain at the pump, but he insists it's going to be short-lived. But overall, George, this speech leaving more questions than answers.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is the oil market spiked overnight as well. Okay, Mary, thanks very much. Robin?
And George, now to the investigation into the attack on former Fleetwood Mac member Lindsey Buckingham. Police say a woman who was an apparent stalker doused him with an unknown substance. Chief Investigator Correspondent Aaron Katursky is here with more on this. This is disturbing.
Yeah, it is disturbing. He was there for a routine appointment in Santa Monica, Robin. Turned into the scare. Fleetwood Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham, a woman tossed an unknown substance right at him. This morning, authorities are looking to arrest a suspect they say attacked former Fleetwood Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham, famous for hits like Go Your Own Way.
You can go your own way. Go your own way.
Sources tell ABC News the 76-year-old music legend arrived at an appointment in Santa Monica Wednesday when a woman who had allegedly been stalking Buckingham tossed an unknown substance on him before fleeing the scene. Buckingham was uninjured. Police say the suspect is known to law enforcement due to past incidents. Buckingham has dealt with terrifying stalking before. He was granted a temporary restraining order in December 2024, reportedly telling the court a woman had been harassing him and his family for 3 years, even appearing at their home. Court records say that woman is identified as Michelle. Police have not released the name of the suspect in the most recent incident.
It really puts the victim on the defensive with a regularity as long as they know about people that are out there that may be following them or, in this case, stalking them.
Buckingham recently posted online Fleetwood Mac has a documentary in the works. He's working on a new solo album that he says is one song away from completion. As for this alleged stalker, though, police say they know who she is. They are looking to make the arrest.
God, he's okay.
He's okay.
All right. Thank you, Aaron, as always. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, Megan Thee Stallion's health scare. What happened when she was performing in Broadway's Moulin Rouge and then was rushed to the hospital.
Also, we've got an exclusive announcement from the NFL. The performers will take the stage to celebrate the 2026 draft. We've got all the details.
Plus, Story Johnson is here with deals and steals to get you cooking. 50% off, all from small businesses. Sam?
All right, aloha, Robin. Chef Sheldon Simeon is here. Te Ao Mana is here. Wait a minute, where do we go? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Here's our fish. How we doing? Yummy? Oh, wait a minute. Here, please do not be recording this, but we will be right back. Okay, all right. Thank you, ladies. Wait.
Hell, this has been the most traumatizing experience of our lives.
Monday on Good Morning America, for the first time.
When did you first hear about the allegations?
Actress Melissa Gilbert speaks out on the charges against her husband, actor-director Timothy Busfield, of sexual misconduct with a child actor.
Is your contention that the parents and the boys are just making this all up?
The exclusive interview.
Why speak out now?
It's time.
Monday.
No moments of doubt?
On Good Morning America.
Wow. It was really a provocative interview. They had a lot to say. Melissa Gilbert was there with her lawyer as well, and she had a lot to say to defend Tim Busfield, and we're going to show it on Monday.
We're looking forward to that. Okay, George, thank you. But now our GMA cover story, Megan Thee Stallion rushed to the hospital in the middle of her Broadway performance. Morgan Norwood is here with the latest. Good morning to you, Morgan.
Hey, good morning to you, Robin. What started as another big night for Megan Thee Stallion on Broadway quickly turning into a scary moment for everyone in the room. I mean, the music cut, the stage empty, and the crowd was left waiting for answers. But this morning, Megan is sharing what went wrong.
This morning, Megan Thee Stallion speaking out after her health scare in the middle of her Broadway run. The 31-year-old hospitalized during Tuesday night's performance of Moulin Rouge. The show paused. This TikTok video showing the stage emptied moments after she left. I'm a savage. On Wednesday, the Savage rap savant calling it a real wake-up call, writing on social media that she was running on empty and thought she might faint after pushing herself past her limits.
It's just getting started, and out of nowhere, an announcement came across like a loudspeaker.
Lauren LaRocha of the popular radio show The Breakfast Club was there that night.
The announcement comes on the speaker, asks for all of the actors to clear the stage and for everyone to stay seated in the theater and to not pull out their phones, and that the show will be back shortly.
The show returning about a half an hour later, an understudy taking over. The Grammy winners team saying doctors ultimately identified extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction, and low metabolic levels as the cause of her symptoms.
The dehydration part of it is clear, and dehydration is something that we've seen with other celebrities when they're working really hard, when they're on tour, when they're really exerting their bodies, putting their bodies through the ringer. The dehydration is certainly something that they're prone to, certainly something that can happen.
And reps for Megan says that she was released from the hospital, and after taking a day to rest, the rapper says she plans to be back on that stage tonight. So glad she's doing okay, Rob.
Yeah, we are. Thank you, Morgan, so much. Let's get a little pop news now.
Had to be scary for everybody. All right, so let's start pop news with some pop music, and I'm going to give you a clue. If I go baby, 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 oh look, he already did it, because we have Justin Bieber. The singer's gearing up. George just gave me a side eye. The trip to the desert where he's set to headline Coachella, and now he's giving fans an idea of what they could see on that stage. So Bieber performing a secret one-night-only surprise show in LA last weekend, and he just posted the footage on social media. Bieber performed hits from his 2025 albums, Swag and Swag 2, including Yukon and Daisies. Bieber telling the crowd, "This is so beautiful," and adding, "It's a little sneak preview to what he might be doing in Coachella, which is going to be so much fun." This will be a career first for Justin. He's never been a headline performer at the annual music festival. He's only made 2 surprise appearances, including one, do you remember, in 2019 with Ariana Grande? And weekend 1 of Coachella kicks off April 10th, and the Biebs will be on stage on Saturday 11th.
The Biebs.
Yeah.
The Biebs will be there.
I didn't have to sing it. He sang it, so everybody knows what's going on. And now we have, so when 2 of your favorite things are even better together, George, I'm talking about sports and music.
That's Sam.
You don't miss a beat, George. You do not. You cannot stump this man over here.
You are right on it all day today. All right. So these things in combo. Thanks to our friends at the NFL who are bringing 2 together to celebrate the 2026 NFL Draft. So it all goes down in Pittsburgh later this month, but right now we can reveal who will be taking the stage to perform. It's Pittsburgh natives Wiz Khalifa and Bret Michaels. And after the draft selections finish, country music superstar Kane Brown will close out the draft on a high note. And they actually sent us some messages, so check it out.
Good morning, America. It is Bret Michaels. I am so fired up to announce that I
get to live out a bucket list dream come true in the city I was born in, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So make sure y'all pull up and come check me out there, man. I can't wait. Let's go.
I can't wait to see you guys there. Let's go!
There's just something demanding about pull up, right? Okay, now we have to go, right? Anyone who's going to the NFL draft in person, these concerts are free with your registration. The 2026 NFL draft will take place from April 23rd all the way through the 25th. You can catch all the action live. Where? Oh, you got it, right here on ABC, as well as ESPN and ESPN2.
It's going to be electric. There's always is the atmosphere for the draft, the crowd.
And that's about football, right, Rob?
Yes, it is, Sam. Yes, it is.
All right, and finally in pop news, there's a tiny dancer who knows how to command a room. Check out this flamenco dancer who's practicing her routine. We are witnessing a future dancing sensation, maybe in with a little Dancing with the Stars. This scene was captured in a dance fitness center in Naples, Italy. No, I'm not kidding. And it has over 8 million views on Instagram. You got to watch the attitude and the moves. That was very similar to my fish move a little earlier, though. Praising her natural ability, writing, there's a difference between talent and the gift.
She's got the gift.
Yeah,
she's got the gift.
Because it's that attitude.
Yeah.
She's got both.
When she does that. Oh, yeah. But I gotta say, you got a little attitude too when you were doing the
Did I give you fish attitude?
Yeah, I was reminded of your Dancing with the Stars 3 weeks. No, it was 4.
22 seconds.
No, it was 4 weeks.
22 seconds on dancing.
No, how many weeks? You did last though. How many weeks?
It was 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's something. Oh, come on.
I am here with Tori for Deals and Steals, and this morning we're all about the kitchen, all from small businesses.
I heard you like to cook.
I love to cook.
Right? What do you cook? When Mariska comes over for dinner, what are you making for them?
Beef bourguignon.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Robin told me to go easy on you. You need to go easy on me with these fancy dishes. How about Mauville? This is really gorgeous. I'm picking this up.
Yeah.
Feel the weight on that.
It's got real weight.
That has got real weight. This is the iconic, timeless cookware. This one's actually attached. Sorry there. But this is really,
these are beautiful.
These are beloved by chefs worldwide. They have been crafted in Normandy, France since 1830, and they're beloved because of that even heat and perfect cooking that chefs really demand. So we've got copper, stainless steel, big assortment, everything's 50% off.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. Crimpet. This is like a lot of fun in the kitchen. So for the family that likes to make quesadillas, burritos, little grilled sandwiches, you get the little device like this. You put your either tortilla into here or a piece of bread, depending on the
so you can
shape.
do it with both,
Yep, because you're gonna get 3 of these different shapes and sizes. You put the ingredients in, let it crimp it so that the sides all stick together, and then you can pop it in the air fryer, the grill, the oven, the toaster to get them nice and toasty like that.
Heat resistant.
Well, you're not gonna put this in. Okay. You'll put this in. So once you crimp it up, now that because it's crimped, all the ingredients are gonna stay in there. Pop it in, get a little toasty treat.
All right. Okay.
So the trio is 50% off. Okay, how about for snacks, meal prep on the go? Do you blueberries? Are you a blueberry guy?
Yeah, I feel like blueberries, yeah.
So imagine in this zip top, you can just take it to go. It's a way to eliminate a lot of wasteful disposable plastic baggies. And what I love about these is sturdy too, stands up, no more mismatched lids, because instead of requiring lids, these just are one and done, and then they also they stack easily if you want to store them. So these are genius in the kitchen, George. A set of them is 50% off.
All right.
Yeah, pretty fabulous. Okay, Finamil, gonna put you to work on this.
Okay.
Pick up the red one and then over this white plate, press that button.
Oh wow.
Easiest way to be able to grind some pepper. Let's say then you want some salt. I put the salt in the yellow one there. You can add that. So you get just the right amount of spice.
Really impressive, right?
Very impressive. Oh, George. So what's great is that you can put any spices in these little pods that it comes with. These are also rechargeable. They look sleek on the kitchen countertop or on your tabletop. Sean's going to be impressed when he's over for dinner with these, right? Set of these, you get all the pieces together, 50% off. I'm like name dropping because I look at Allie's Instagram and I see all these like famous people over there for dinner. All right, I bet your girls would have loved this as little kids. This is Eat, Sleep, Doodle, and these are all placemats, tablecloths, pillowcases that kids can color. So I pulled out the smart ones for you. I got the world flag tablecloth.
Better than a phone at the table.
Better than, yes, exactly. That's the world map tablecloth. So we've got a big variety of these. They can be at a dinner table, at a restaurant, when you're traveling, anytime that you want to inject a little learning but make it fun. And because they come with washable markers, when you wash them, you get to start over and do it all again.
Oh, good.
So these are a lot of fun. Huge assortment that we have. Even if you don't want the flags and that, we also have like Under the Sea. We got some other fun ones in there too. These from Eat, Sleep, Doodle are all slashed in half. They're a lot of fun for all ages.
This?
Okay, that is a little cake pop, the shape of Frozen. What I love about this company called I'm the Chef Too is that it blends cooking, STEM, as well as the arts, so that kids can learn how to cook, but they're gonna be measuring ingredients. They're gonna understand what happens when you mix ingredients together. So they've got a big variety of kits, and you get to make really fun things from, a fun whoopie pie turtle, a exploding volcano cake. These remind me of the little dancers that we have here today. All, again, fun in the kitchen, 50% off, and from this deal, free shipping.
All right.
George, politics, products, this man does it all.
We're partnering with these companies on all these products. You can get them at gmadealsandsteals.com. That QR code on the screen takes you there. And Tori, we'll be back tomorrow with more deals, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Spring cleaning hacks coming up.
Thanks, George.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
Come on now, who celebrates moms better than GMA?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Now GMA's ready to do it again.
We have a big surprise ahead this morning.
So is there a mom in your life who deserves the most joyous surprise of a lifetime and getting breakfast in bed on GMA? Then scan this code or go to goodmorningamerica.com to find out how to enter one incredible mom for the greatest Mother's Day surprise. We're celebrating moms, and this Mother's Day will be the best surprise yet.
It is always a highlight of the year, no question about that. We want to hear from you. We're a little over a month away from Mother's Day. We want you to tell us about the special mom in your life, why she deserves breakfast in bed. Scan the QR code right there or go to our website. Robin?
Okay, George and Sam, it's that time of year. Spring cleaning season is here, and so is the CEO and founder of Go Clean Co., backed by popular demand, Sarah McAllister, who shares simple tips with the more than 3 million social media followers to keep your home tidy. It is truly great to have you back again.
Thank you.
All right, let's start in the kitchen. The refrigerator.
Yeah. So the refrigerator is a very dirty place in your home. Like, it gets stinky, lots of odors, but it also gets messy with spills and everything like that. So you're gonna do, when you have spring cleaning, we wanna do a deep clean of it, which means remove all the drawers, the shelves, everything like that. Give it a good scrub in the sink, maybe a little bit of bleach to disinfect it. But one of my favorite hacks that I have is when you're putting everything back in your drawers is put a piece of paper towel on the bottom of the drawers.
We do this at home and it really makes a difference.
Yeah, I know,
really
and
does.
it catches like all the slime in the little tiny pieces so that when next time you want to clean the fridge before you go for your next like grocery shop, you just replace it.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then you do, like, it's just so simple, easy, cheap solution. And you can, the beauty with the paper towels too is you can kind of like rip them so that they fit the space if you want to and kind of build it. A double layer is good too if you are one of those people that lets your stuff get mushy and takes it long. But yeah, it works really, really good. So it's a really great hack, and
it keeps it fresh all year long.
Yeah,
really.
And easy cleanup. You're saving time next time you clean it.
I love that. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, the play area for kids.
Yeah.
All right, it can get a little messy,
Just a little.
especially the toys. So you have a hack.
Yeah.
Clean toys.
So, especially with spring cleaning, you might be cleaning out your kids' rooms or anything, or things like that, and making sure tidying. We want to be thinking about purging too. So if your kids have a million stuffies, maybe you can get them involved, or don't get them involved. Sometimes it's good to do it when they're not home. Just kind of get rid of the stuff that you know that they're not playing with anymore. But if you do have some really well-loved stuffies, I have a really good way to keep them in good shape so that you can. Yeah, so that they live a little bit longer. You don't, especially the ones that are sentimental. So really easy at home. You can take a regular spot treating, like a stains treatment that you might have in your laundry room, or if you want to go gentler, just some Dawn dish soap.
great.
Yeah, it lifts a lot of stuff out, and especially if you have one of those really loved ones that you're worried it might do some damage, if you use a little bit of a stronger cleaner on it, but a spot cleaner will work great. So you want to spray this, just spray the spots, give them a little bit of a scrub.
Okay.
And just to lift off anything that's really dirty. And then you're just gonna put them in the washing machine, which freaks people out, I know. Wash them on cold, but the safest way to do it is put them in a pillowcase. So
Brilliant.
and load them in there. And then in case you have a top-loading washing machine, what you can do is put a couple of, even front-loading washing machine, put a towel in there to soften it so that they're not banging around and just a little bit gentler on them. Then you can actually put them in the dryer on a low heat. Throw in a couple of tennis balls or dryer balls to bang them up and fluff them up. It works so good. And honestly, I did this last week on my social media, and it was everybody was floored how good it looked.
I'm sure. All right, let's move on. The closet.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. We have the best intentions when it comes to cleaning out the closet. What hacks do you have for us?
Okay, so seasonally what you can do is move your winter stuff into storage if you want to. But I find for myself, I just have stuff that I don't wear, and you don't know how you look at it like, oh, I don't want to let go of that, or I've had it for so long. A good way, as you start for spring cleaning, is to do all of your laundry, organize your closet, have it set up beautifully, just like this is. And then as you wear your clothes for the year, or for the season, I guess, when you launder them and put them back, spin the handle and put them back, this way, Just put them back the opposite way.
Why is that?
Then you know you wore it.
Yeah,
so then when you're looking at it, when you have a quick glance at it next time, you're like, I wore this, I didn't wear these 6 things, and then it's way easier for you to stop convincing yourself to keep something from 1972.
I love that idea. I love it. And you have millions and millions of followers. You did a call out asking folks, and one person said, blinds. They have such a difficult time. In fact, they said they have trouble cleaning their blinds. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Okay, so lots of the times with blinds, they're really dirty in the kitchen or just throughout the whole entire house. But the dirtiest blinds are grimy and sticky ones that are in the kitchen because they have grease stuck up on them, and then dust builds up because that's sticky. So we want to vacuum them off first. Get as much dust and hair and lint off of them right away. And then what you want to do is wash them down. My favorite hack is a dishwasher pod, that you would put in your dishwasher. What? Yeah, into some hot water and then wipe down the blinds. It cuts the grease and the dirt really well.
With a dishwasher pod?
No, you just dissolve it. In a bucket of water, and then you're using a cloth. But and wear gloves, obviously, but then it's wipe them down, works really good. If you do, if you're lucky enough to have the blinds that will pop off, put them in the bathtub and drop in that dishwasher pod. It will soften all of the dirt, maybe a little bit of scrubbing. It's just gonna lift up the elbow grease.
Okay, they're wrapping me, but this is so good. A quick one here. Someone wants to know hard water buildup around their faucets, quartz countertops. Solution.
Quartz countertops, that's hard to do. So what you want to do is a little bit of Barkeeper's Friend, which is a really good cleaning product. It's safe for those counters. Drizzle it on, let it sit. Cleaning products need a lot of time to sit, to work, and then you're going to go in and scrub it, wipe it, rinse it, it'll lift it right off.
Okay, they're looking at me, but I had to get that last one in.
You did good.
Great. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
I love this idea.
It worked.
This is gold. This is good. Gold. Thank you. We're going to have you back again.
Okay.
Lori was just giving me a preview. We got some good stuff. Back now with Secret Savings. GMA lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato back with a first look at some amazing brands from our April special that airs this Saturday with more than 24 deals.
You ready to get started? I know you're excited about this one.
This one I love the idea.
Sam was like, tell me what this does.
Yeah.
This is the iVac, you guys. So, you know how when you're sweeping, we're all spring cleaning right now, you're sweeping and you've got that line of dust and debris. You can never quite get it, right?
It stays right there mocking you.
Exactly. This uses infrared sensors to activate the vacuum, and it automatically just sucks all of that in. So it just sweeps it right into the iVac.
Sweep it close to this and it'll just
sweep it close, and the sensors just take it up like a little
more
rocket.
Down on the floor with a wet paper towel?
No, not at all, my friend. So this is more than 15,000 positive reviews, and you can save 25% plus free shipping. It's sleek, it's compact. Somebody was real excited about the free shipping, and we love
Probably
that.
Mateo, because he's planking right now.
Well,
all right, what else is going on? More on that later.
This is extreme fit compression. I feel like compression socks probably something you're going to need to have, right?
I'm definitely into it.
This is going to improve blood flow, reduce swelling, help prevent problems like deep vein thrombosis, varicose veins. This is great if you're traveling, sitting, standing, if you happen to be expecting. And if you are expecting, these comfort bras are also great because they contract to your body size when your body size fluctuates. So you can buy them and sort of grow with you.
Right.
They have ultra wide comfort straps. They prevent slipping, and you can save up to 52% on everything. These compression socks are a must-have.
And they look great. I mean, they're
fashionable.
Fun. Right.
Okay, I'm sort of obsessed with this.
Okay.
This is from Back Support Systems. These are pillows that are made with medical quality foam. Go ahead and feel that, Sam. It feels so good.
Oh, it's squishy. Nice.
Yeah,
and
they have removable and washable covers. This one is the angle, so this provides a lot of relief and comfort while you're reclining or sleeping.
Yeah.
It positions your legs at the correct angle. That one is actually for your neck, so that's the Conform. That keeps everything, your neck and your spine in alignment.
Okay.
And then this one is the knee
I do that with
cushion.
the pillow. I definitely put one between the knees.
Yes, for your lower back, keeps everything in that neutral positioning. So these are incredible to have for optimal sleep, and you can get at least 40% off with this deal.
That's a great deal.
Okay, this one I'm obsessed with. You have to get this for everybody. You know, this is the Loop digital frame.
Okay.
You can send photos and videos directly to this digital frame, and it's great if you have a person in your life who is not tech savvy. I'm not saying that's parents or grandparents. I'm just saying this is a great gift for them. It's great for college students too if they're away from home.
Right.
You know, graduations are coming up. Mother's Day is coming up.
We have a couple of these for my mom. We send all the grandchildren.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's great about the Loop, Sam, is it has a text to frame function. So we could take a picture right now and just text it right to the Loop, and it would just show up.
Come on.
And the best thing is you can save 21% and free shipping.
Free shipping and 21%. All right, Mateo, are you okay, dear?
I was really wanted to get to Mateo.
He's rocking.
Are you okay, dear? Of course he is, because he is on the plank pad. So this is so cool, Sam. This is a balance board that combines your workout with a gaming
that made it
system.
harder.
So basically, it gamifies your workout, where your body becomes the controller, and your movements control the game. So you're like a joystick, essentially.
Sure.
It's designed to distract from the effort of working out, which I really need. I don't know about you, but I really need that. And it can give you a stronger core in just 3 minutes a day. You can choose from up to 10 games, and you can save 33% plus free shipping. Mateo is not included in this deal.
He is rocking us.
But don't you wish you were? He's the best. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We partnered with Lori. This is a great idea. I honestly think it's great. You can get some huge savings here. You see the entire ABC Secret Savings special in April. More than 24 brands. It's all coming this Saturday on GMA. And you can get these deals by scanning the QR code on your screen or go to abcsecretsavings.com. I know. Mateo is not giving up.
Mateo.
Coming up, Chef Sheldon Simeon is here to bring a little aloha, a little Maui to our morning. That's what we're missing. We'll be right back. There's something about the sound, makes me feel ocean, makes me feel happy. Chef, it's just great. All right, we're bringing a little bit of Hawaii into our studios this morning. Those are dancers from Te Ao Mana. Did I get that right?
You got that right.
All right, okay. An organization that promotes Polynesian culture and hosts the annual Tattoo Festival. Did I get that right?
That's it.
All right, celebrating Pacific Islanders every fall right here in New York. And we have two-time top chef, fan favorite Sheldon Simeon is here.
Aloha kakaya. Good morning.
I would cheat and use aloha for good morning, but what's the official if I was...
Aloha kakayaka.
Aloha kakayaka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I love your personality so much, but instead of doing that, let's talk about this. The book is called Ohana Style. He's going to show us how to make everyday recipes to bring the flavors of Hawaii into our kitchen. And I honestly believe we're all missing a little bit of Hawaii.
Yeah.
So let's get to it this morning. What have you got for us?
We're going to do the most Hawaii thing. Fish sticks.
I love it. I love it.
But we're gonna make a seasoning that you can put on anything, chicken nuggets or fish sticks in this, and it's bringing the flavors of Hawaii, and we're gonna do all these different layers. So we'll get you mixing up.
All right.
We've got some salt, some sugar.
Salt, sugar, that's the sugar, that's the salt. Okay.
Some chicken bouillon on there.
I'm guessing that's the bouillon.
Some pepper, and then some Korean spice called gochugaru.
Oh.
Yeah. So simple, we'll mix that up. Like I said, you can use that to season up anything. Then we're gonna crisp up some fish sticks.
So everybody I know who has kids, and that's from tiny to teenagers, this is an everyday happening thing, fish sticks.
That's it.
So,
you know, like sometimes we get intimidated. Do I have to source the freshest fish? And that's amazing if you can get fresh fish, but
if you
everyone's
don't,
got fish sticks in their fridge.
That's right. All right, so we just kind of brown those up a little bit.
So we get those browned up, and once they're crisped up, we'll use this same seasoning right here.
Okay.
And that goes over the top of it.
Really, you're gonna trust the seasoning that I mixed up, and you're actually gonna use it?
Yeah. And
you are a good person, Chef.
Spiced all over the top of it.
Look at that.
And then for more flavor, we're gonna add some vegetables to that.
Okay.
But those are just aromatics. A little bit of ginger.
Okay.
Some onions, and then some garlic. I mean, those are big, bold flavors, right? Already with the seasoning.
Yeah.
We got some more of that.
Ginger makes everything better. I don't care what it is.
It's a different type of spice. We already got spice from the chilies. Now the ginger's gonna bring that in.
Okay.
Why not? Some jalapenos in the pan too.
Let's do it.
And then some green onions. All of that's gonna get tossed with the fish sticks.
Okay.
And we plate
Until
it
it
right
looks
up.
like this. So you plate it up and it looks
so delicious.
Everybody's gonna go for that right
Uno.
there. All right, I'm gonna go for a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Now, I'm the slaw. Let's do the slaw before we even get to the guava.
And I'm gonna show you a mixture that's foolproof. And the foolproof thing is you're using pineapple as the flavor of it. Oh.
In the slaw?
In the slaw.
Okay.
So that's gonna be the basic. Some acidity.
That was a good chili.
You got some acidity, you got some sugar in there. We're gonna add some mayonnaise to it. Yep.
Okay.
A little bit of lemon juice.
I love how you were actually trusting me to do this. No one else would.
I'm showing you how easy this is. This totally is.
All right.
A little bit of sugar.
A little bit of sugar.
In here. Some lime juice.
Some lime juice.
Some salt. Literally.
A little bit of salt.
Mix that all up, just like that. You don't even have to mix it perfectly. You put it right inside. It gets tossed up.
So if I'm serving slaw and I want to make sure that it stays crunchy, you know, and I know you should put the carrot in there, which gives it even a little extra crunch. But how can I make sure that it stays there?
So this cabbage has already been tossed with a little bit of salt and sugar, and lets it drain out, and then your coleslaw won't be watery at the end of it.
Perfect.
You'll see there's no water already because it's been drained out.
Got it.
Toss it all up.
All right, and it ends up plating like this. And
just like that. That's gonna go perfect with the fish sticks.
Now, I'm sensing we're moving on to cheesecake, but I'm seeing something that looks like guava to me, and I am about to explode in joy. So what did you do?
This is guava cheesecake.
Okay.
Yeah, we're bringing a taste of the islands. And then instead of guava, if you got mango.
Oh, also good.
If you got strawberries.
Yep.
It's all delicious too,
Okay.
but great sweet little thing in the morning.
All right, so what do you do? You just kind of put the guava kind of top on it?
Yeah, it's a classic cheesecake, and then you got a guava topping right on top. Put it in the fridge.
So our dancers, ladies, would you like to come over and have a bite? I mean, I feel like we put you to work. Oh, they're gonna dance next? Okay, after you do this, you can come over and take a bite.
No.
All right. Chef Simeon, that's amazing. Thank you for joining us today. And the book is called Ohana Style. Ohana means?
Ohana means family.
Family.
That's all my cooking is all about.
All right. All of this is easy to do. What are we doing right there? What's the dance?
That's
the one I just learned.
This is some hula. It's all in the hips. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, ladies, come on over, take a bite. I thank you for everything you've done for us and for me this morning. Guys, you can get these recipes on goodmorningamerica.com. Ohana Style is out right now. You can pick up the book. You have made my morning. Honestly, truly. It's been such a pleasure.
Mahalo.
To see your kindness. Mahalo.
Can't wait for our Mother's Day surprise.
It's always fantastic. Have a great day, everyone.